Hello, it's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and welcome to Late Night Comics with the Bronze Age Nerd. I'm super excited to be here tonight. It's going to be an awesome show. I got a ton of comic books to show off, whether it's unboxings, whatnots, a Walmart blind pack, a bunch of stuff I got at an LCS just today. Some of it's pretty fire, so I think we're going to have fun checking that out. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, like going over 2,000 subscribers. Holy crap. Do want to see how many people end up popping into this show. We're going to be at it again. There's going to be some rants in the show. I will get into the rants as I'm unboxing. I got a ton of stuff I want to show off here. So really going to get into that as I go, because otherwise we're going to be here all night. Nobody wants them. I'm going to try to keep it to a nice, tight show, which, you know, that's what the kids like these days, right? So we're going to take a few minutes to kind of let everybody stream in. I'm going to go ahead and say hi to everybody, and then I'll kind of get into everything. GT Key Comic is in the house. He's here for a rant. Preston's here for a rant. Hopefully this will be good for another 200 subscribers. It is unbelievable to me how many subscribers I've gained over the last 28 days. I gained 200 subscribers in the last 28 days. Actually, more now. It's probably more like 250. I gained 70 subscribers or something since I hit 2,000. That is incredible, guys. I am blown away. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. Preston does raise a good question. Shouldn't Bronze be turning into a green rage monster in the picture? Hey, man, I'm hulking out a little bit here. Went green. Bronzopolis, Rant, open fire. There will be some shots fired for sure. Cyclotron is fading. Canadians just aren't built as strong as us Americans. That's what I've learned. Hey, what's up, bud? How's it going? Buddy, I will be unboxing some stuff from Buddy from his whatnot. I might not be able to show it, but I will unbox it. Mark's here for the late night rant. We got K-pop. We got the Caucasian Thunder. Cisco the Kid's here. Fallen Hero. Yeah, Eddie, it's an earlier show. My parents are finally back up to the point where they can watch my daughter. So she is over at their house. I have the house to myself for the moment. Decided to go early because I knew some people would want to pop in early. Sex sells, so do rants. Like a sex rant? I mean, we could try it. So that's the first thing I'll talk about. Sex sells, so let's do rants. As far as the selling aspect, I was really reluctant to do this rant stream. The whole thing was that was a one-off deal, guys. It proved to be very popular. We had a lot of really cool people in here. A lot of you were in here last week. We went over a lot of stuff. We just kind of fired from the hip. I'm going to do more of that this week. You probably won't believe me. You're probably like, oh, he had a bunch of people viewing, so that he's going to do it again this week. It's really organic. Stuff came up. I'm not happy about it. I want to talk about it. A lot of it's about first appearance crap. A lot of it's about, I don't know if you want to full on call it market manipulation, but some people are pretty quick to use that term. I think it's about people not thinking for themselves. It's about controversies about LCSs and what they can and can't do. I'm going to have some of that too. So there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. I'm definitely not happy about some stuff. And so that's why we're doing a rant show. Nothing that I do on this channel, if you're new to this channel, you have my solemn word. Nothing I do on this channel is for clicks first. Yes, I think about that stuff sometimes. I'm on YouTube. You can just do whatever and people will watch. I do think about things like titles and thumbnails and all that kind of stuff. Yes, I knew a rant thread would get clicks, but I'm ranting because I'm irritated about stuff. I'm pissed off about some stuff. It's not because that's what I think you'll watch. That's kind of a secondary kind of thing. And I just want you guys to know that. A lot of you might not believe that. That's fine. I totally get it. I'm just some guy on the internet. I can tell you that a lot of people, hang out in my Discord. We have these kind of conversations. They see what I'm about. I think a lot of people, if you want to get a chance to know me a little bit better and kind of figure out where I'm coming from, that's a good place to go. There is a link in the description for that as well. It's the biz, hate the game. Yeah. And by the way, I'm going to rant about some stuff. I'm not ranting at individuals. I don't have a problem with people having opinions. I don't have a problem with people trying to make money. That's fine too. I do have a problem with kind of this weird thing that happens where stuff gets spiked, stuff gets blown up, so you'll go buy it. And I hate, it's like I said last week, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's exactly what my problem is. Right on. Yeah, K-pop gets the endorsement from K-pop. All right, so we got 23 people in the house. So before I show off the super chat prize, there is a super chat prize. I'm probably going to add to the super chat prize as we go, but it is a set amount of comics. I might throw some stuff in though. But before I do that, I'm gonna show off an AOK because it kind of makes the super chat make a little more sense. So believe it or not, I got another AOK from Starset Comics, who's the person who sent me the Hulk 180 and the X-Men 60. That was a huge moment in my life as a collector. It was a huge moment in my life in general. And he knew I was hunting for another comic book, and I knew ahead of time. He told me on stream that this was coming. He sent me a picture of it. I can't believe he sent this. I found a raw copy of this. I've been looking for a 9.8. I've been looking for a 9.8 newsstand. He sent me G.I. Joe 60 in a newsstand. Yep, over here. That's my finger. This is the first appearance of Lieutenant Falcon, which is one of my favorite G.I. Joe besides Snake Eyes. And a great Zek and Rubenstein cover. It's also the interiors by Todd McFarlane. So I have a lot of reasons why I really like this comic book. I've been hunting it. Starset is amazing. It's not like he's going to keep sending me stuff like this. He's told me that, hey, that was supposed to be kind of your last AOK I was going to send, but I'm sending this too. So it kind of just happened that way. So don't think it's like he's going to keep sending me this stuff and you keep showing it off. That's definitely not the case. But he just wanted to give some love to a collector that he thought would appreciate it. I'm going to choose to tell you to go follow him on Whatnot. He has Starset Comics on Whatnot, or go follow his Instagram, which is Starset Comics on Instagram. He's a fantastic person, a great person in the community, a very nice gentleman to send this stuff. So thank you very much, Starset. I do appreciate this. This is one of the G.I. Joe comic books that I was going to have a hard time hunting in a 9.8, especially a newsstand, and I absolutely love it. Thank you very much. So because of that, you guys know I like to give back. One of the super chat prizes for tonight is a raw copy, and this is actually in a pretty high grade. There's some pressable defects on it. There's some scuffing and one little blunted corner, but I think it's still probably near mint minus. This is a copy of G.I. Joe 60. This is a direct. That's going to be part of your super chat prize. I went and picked this up at I Like Comics today, so that is part of your prize. I'm also going to give away this Venom #2 John Boy Myers local comic shop day. And I ended up with a few copies of this, and I don't think it's going to be a huge spec book, but this is the first Captain Krakoa. This is X-Men 6 from the new series. And some stuff will get added along the way, guys. But those are your super chat prizes for tonight. I know I'm going to throw in at least one or two other things here. trying to get caught up on chat here. Thank you very much, Dream of August. Yep. Love that picture. Oh, K-pop. Okay. Yeah, it's a good picture. Love my witchy babes. You beat out Luffy and the Straw Hat Crew on the Roku TV. I was watching One Piece. I've never watched One Piece, so I'm not an anime aficionado. I'm not a hater. I just don't really watch any. Is One Piece one that I would start off on? I've kind of been looking for that. Oh, thank you very much. See how you do tonight. Yeah, hopefully I'll keep that sub. If you enjoy it, then absolutely, stick around. If you don't, I get it. I get it. I feel like I'm missing some chat here. Ooh, we got a Bildo lurking. See, I didn't see that. I guess that's why he's lurking, right? Oh, nice. Right on. Hey, Preston got a $5 super chat in there. Let's get him down there. Yeah, I do need to finish Berserk. I just saw that one roll through. It is sitting right next to me. I'm slowly chipping away at it. Anime would probably be so. if you guys do have anime recommendations, something that I could watch around my kid, she's pretty, she can watch X-Men the animated series. She can watch, she watches like the real Ghostbusters from the 80s. She watches stuff like that. She's okay with it. So she's 3, but she's pretty advanced for her age. Anything I could watch around her, so let's tone down the violence, tone down the sex. It's still really cool and fun. That would be a great recommendation. Preston, good luck, sir. Preston, if you don't know, he wins tons of these kinds of giveaways and stuff, and I think he has amazing luck. And I appreciate the thanks for the 2000. Okay, good to know. Got 1 vote against the One Piece for starting out. I'm sure a lot of people love it. Congrats on the 2K and counting. Starset, I don't know if you just saw me show off your G.I. Joe 60 you sent over. Again, thank you so much. I was just letting the audience know those aren't going to keep flowing like wine or anything, but man, you've done more than enough to make this collector extremely happy and grateful for this community. That's why I'm giving out a G.I. Joe 60 raw tonight that I was able to pick up at I Like Comics down in Vancouver, Washington. Just double. Yeah, I figured from the beginning. South Park is awesome. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is. I don't know if I'd really call it an anime, though. I'm sure they've done an anime episode. I'm not even sure. So, as I start ranting, I do want to open up a whole bunch of stuff. If Skeff pops in here, he's been popping in the last couple of weeks. I'll unbox his whatnot. First, let's check out this little unboxing from Economics in Comics. Subbed a couple days ago, staying for a long time. Awesome. So this is like the fourth. This is like the fourth Sinkovich Gun Honey that I have won from Economics and Comics on giveaways. Something about this. This is a ratio. And guys, this just got added to the Super Chat giveaway for tonight. That's right. Must be lucky because Buddy, literally, as I said that, just Super Chatted, and he probably didn't even get that on the lag. So this Sinkovich 1 in 10 Gun Honey just got added. Sinkovich makes me say a vitch, the weirdest things of itch. I'm like one of those Russian spam bots. Tegrity. Is Tegrity is that a thing? Is that a thing? Is that an anime? That's what I mean to say. So, Buddy, good luck on your Super Chat, sir. Buddy's another seller you should go follow on the Whatnot machine too. Have you done a second Whatnot? I know Starset just did one earlier today, and I did do my. I don't know if maybe make sure I showed that. Thanks a lot, Buddy. I did do my application for Whatnot, so we'll see if I get on that particular app. If I don't hear back from them soon, I'm going to see when I can get my folks to watch my kiddo again, and I'm going to do another auction on here. We got more subscribers now. The problem is I was getting like 20 people watching at once, and some people just wanted to hang out, which was really cool. But I've got some comics I need to sell for sure. So definitely want to make some room for some other stuff. And also on top of that, I want to sell some stuff so I can go towards my top 10 that I want to buy for 2022. A lot of you guys watch that video too, seem to like it. I hope you guys are enjoying that process and that thought process. I am going to do more videos like that about like how I approach collecting comics. I think too many people, a lot of comic collectors are kind of manic, right? Like when it comes to buying, they see stuff, they buy it. I'm guilty of that. And so I'm trying to kind of caution people like, hey, maybe you should slow down a little bit. And this is Buddy McKinley's Whatnot package. I don't know if I can show some of the stuff. I could show it on Whatnot from what I understand, but I can't show it here. Oh, hey, we got another Super Chat. Bryant coming through with the Super Chat. Much love from Dallas, Texas. Hey, you're not the only one in here from Texas. That's cool. I got Texas representing. Well, much love from the Pacific Northwest to you, man. Thanks for coming in here and hanging out. Waiting for my thermal printer. Oh, okay, cool. Right on. How's the whatnot process? Well, yeah. So I know Starset and Buddy could definitely tell you more about it. And then that is Buddy's whatnot, by the way, guys. Go give him a follow. But basically, the application process, it was pretty easy to do the initial application, but I know it gets more in depth if you get moved further along. I feel like I've been collecting too slow. Need to ramp it up this year. Oh, you started a couple months. Yeah, so I really recommend caution because once you get into it, it is easy to get going. Now, of course, some people, they don't have a problem with that and they can collect as fast as they like. I tend to be somebody who buys too much. I'm really trying to watch that this year. It is, I also am trying to kind of round out some stuff that I can sell on whatnot, for example. Because I know my collection is kind of, I like the same stuff over and over and over again. So I want to round it out. So we got Jim Balance Tarot from Buddy. I can show that. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna be like 1,000% honest. Some of these I just like didn't want Buddy to get his to eat his lunch on losing money on these books, and I thought they were pretty cool, but probably not my thing. So some of these might end up in a future giveaway, that kind of deal. And I can show one of these. This is gorgeous. Look at that metal. You can kind of guess what the other one is there. That is just trying to show off the metal and take care of the reflection. That's beautiful. Yeah, gotta love the eBass. If you guys probably can't really see it now, but I got a couple eBass prints back here, courtesy of Headless Hammerhead. Yeah, for 100%. Like I get it when people don't want to, give up their privacy and all that stuff. Mark coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think there were a lot of us are there. We got Decor in the house. Decor might appreciate some of what we're going to talk about tonight. I know he likes to keep it real and really look, especially since we're going to be talking about first appearances. Decor is a first appearance specialist. So go follow Decor Collectibles over on IG. Definitely, I would say a person of strong opinions, which I can respect, but you get some really good info on him as well, from him as well. Yep, that's a good tip. Pro tip right there. Oh, did I say sorry? Yeah, I got metal on the brain, I guess. Metal. So those are some great books from Buddy. I guess I could show most of that. Tell you what. I'll take the first two comments in chat. Do you want me to add in Sinner or do you want me to add in Tarot? Sinner or Tarot? I'll add one of them into the super chat prize tonight. You guys tell me the first two comments. So super chat prize already. Got this Ratio Gun Hunting #1 Senkovich cover. Got first Captain Krakoa. You guys, if you're a fan of me and you've read this issue, you probably know why I enjoy that. Venom 2, John Boy Myers, local comic shop day exclusive. And G.I. Joe 60, Todd McFarlane art. It's not the cover. Everyone thinks he did the cover. That's a Zek and Rubenstein cover. He did do the internal art. It's the first appearance of Chuckles and Lieutenant Falcon. So those are your super chat prizes for tonight. First two comments were Sinner. So pray for the Sinner who just got added to the super chat prize for tonight. Boom. All right. Oh, absolutely, man. You do good work. I got even more Sinner. White Tiger, cool, calm, collected, Cowabunga fam. So comic book jackpot, I have 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32 short boxes of raw. I have some additional stuff too that I'm kind of like keeping in, that I'm planning on selling, that I'm keeping in Gemini mailers. And then I have about 6 of the plastic BCW graded bins of slabs, give or take. Oh, hey, we got another super chat. This is from Decor. It says, let's go. He wants to win those prizes. Good luck to Decor. All right. So we got Starset sent some stuff from Whatnot. Let's unbox that real fast. But I'm looking. So I mean, I think I have about 3,500 or so. I'm looking to get down to about 2,000. Would be like ideal for me. That's kind of my goal. Got Brick Hunter in. What's up, Brick Hunter? I think I've asked you before, but is it Brick Hunter like Lego bricks, or is it Brick Hunter like brick and mortar, or both? So this is, I kind of wanted to unbox this and then rant. So I'll save most of the rant for after this. Just because this is cool stuff. I don't think it's rant worthy. I don't want to rant and talk about cool stuff at the same time. So this was my prize I won from Starset. He was doing a slab giveaway. So I bought some stuff from him, and then I won this Avengers 679. It's the Origin of the Challenger Grandmaster appearance in a 9.6 from him. Pretty cool. So that was the prize. Brick like cocaine. He's a cocaine cowboy, according to Dream of August. Cocaina. Cisco the Kid, the one comic that I will never get rid of. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I just kind of saw your reply there, Brick Hunter. Yeah, I need to do more Lego stuff. I mean, I've got Slave 1 right there, the UCS Slave 1, but I did a ton of Lego. I kind of had to stop. I just ran out of room. Lego's expensive, but I still get the occasional Star Wars set. The one comic I would never get rid of is my G.I. Joe 1. It's my childhood copy. It was given to me by my dad, and it has just a lot of personal meaning to me. I just will never get rid of it. I sent it off to CGC. This is my childhood copy, by the way, that I've had since I was 8 years old. I'm turning 40 this year. And last year, the year before, I sent it off to CGC before the wait times were super crazy. And I got a 9.6 on it, which is pretty awesome. So I'm never selling that. Everything else, I kind of never say never. Like, you never know. Like, if something came up, I might sell stuff. But that's the one. That's the one for me. How about the chat? What do you guys got that you're never getting rid of? Boba Fett Starship. Get the fuck out of here with that. You guys want me to start ranting right now? That's some bullshit. They're not called. Look, I'll start. They're not called slave because of slaves in the sense that everyone gets sensitive about. They're called slave because they were slaved together, kind of like you would slave a circuit on a computer. And by the way, I know some people in this chat know this. No, my dad has a badass mustache. He's had a mustache for a long time. Sorry for the bubble wrap sounds there. All right, so we got Green Lantern Rebirth. Highlight that chat to let you guys see this better. This is a trade paperback, Green Lantern Rebirth. This was Starset's first Whatnot item in his official Whatnot. He actually did a stealth Whatnot that I bought his first item from, but I had to have it. I had to have this first item. I like this run. It's a good run. So there's that. This is the first cameo of Yara Flor in the Dark Knight Death Metal 7. This is the 1 in 100 Capullo. Oh, that's cool. Avengers 49. Kang. I hear this Kang guy is really hot right now. Batman 500. I have a copy of this. I really like this cover. I think mine's in slightly better shape. I was kind of looking for a nice version of this. This is a really cool cover, guys. 90s, peak 90s. Yeah, like Mark just said in the chat, my grandparents now deceased. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Gave you a book that's going to stay in the collection. Yeah, it's sentimental books for me, not valuable. If I had an X-Men one, that would probably be up there. But if you guys haven't seen this cover, die cut, boom, got Azrael in there as Batman, that bat armor suit. I think that's cool. Boba Fett's racist one. So anyways, it really bothers me that they changed the name of that, or felt that they needed to change the name of that. I don't really care that much, but Forever People #1. That's awesome. Again, guys, these were from Starset Comics. So this is first Cassandra Cain, Batman 567. Some awesome stuff. Second appearance, first cover of Spot. Spectacular Spider-Man 99. So some pretty cool comic books. I think you guys would agree. Yeah, they changed the name. Well, and so here's the other thing too. They do that on Lego sets. Brick and Eric probably back me up on this. Not that I really need somebody to back me up on this. They change the name sometimes to like Boba Fett's Starship or something more generic. They called the Razor Crest something different too, I think. I can't remember if they called it the Mandalorian ship or something like that. Anyways. Right? Who knew? I'm asking $10K for everything collectible I own. Won't sell Secret Wars 8. I mean, that's very relative. Everything collectible. It is his slave. It does his bidding. So I did not watch this most recent book of Boba Fett, but here's the first mini rant topic. I like that cover a lot too. I've got that one that it got rejected on a 9.6 pre-screen, which is really weird to me. I can't figure out what they didn't like on it. That's true. They certainly do. Maybe I'm thinking there's another ship that they did that on. There's another Star Wars ship where it was instead of what I'm thinking of with the Razor Crest, there was some naming rights thing where the first wave was called something different, and then they were able to put Razor Crest on the package. Maybe that's apocryphal. Maybe I'm kind of making that up. But I'm pretty sure there was something with that ship. Oops. They feel too much. Hey, we got Skeff in the house. Let's go. All right. That is Skeff's catchphrase. I'm going to borrow it. And because Skeff is in the house, he does sketches too, guys. He's got this brand new exclusive. Have him go ahead and do a sketch on there if you win one from him. No, he's got a Good Boy exclusive that just came out. That's pretty exciting. I think it's awesome to see people get like their dream of getting their name, their picture on a comic, that kind of thing. But Skeff sent me a Batman Damned that I ordered on Whatnot, from his Whatnot. And I want to unbox this because he said his packaging is the best packaging ever. He wants a packaging review. So first up, we got this in a 1092 USPS box. Oh yeah, we're reviewing this shit. But yeah, Skeff's another great seller on Whatnot. I'd tell you to go give him a follow on there, but you probably are already following him. He's like the biggest thing since sliced bread on there. And then look at this, guys. Look at this. Inner box. And look what we got here, guys. Enjoy, my bearded bro. Gosh, I love it. I love it, man. So you guys have been asking for Skeff and I to work on something together the last couple of weeks. We talked a little bit about it. Hopefully we'll get something going. I had a really fun idea for a video, and it'd be nice to sit down and talk to the man. I think he's literally one of the nicest people in comic books, and I love positivity. Even though this is a rant stream, you might be like, you like positivity? I do. Again, like I don't hate the player, I hate the game when it comes to this negative stuff. And nerds get fired up about stuff. That's just true. But I tend to stay on the calm, hey, let's not get crazy, let's not waste our money on stuff kind of side of things. Okay. Got our little thermal receipt here. All right. So we're reusing packaging. I approve of reusing packaging as long as it's not damaged, of course. We got more painter's tape. Always like to save in the knife. We don't want to. So once you get in to the inner package of a comic book, no knives should really be involved. There's exceptions, but the problem is once I'm into that inner package, that is what she said. Once I'm into that inner package, I don't know exactly what everything looks like inside. So I want to be very careful using a knife. And look, more blue tape. Perfect. I'm not having to break out the knife. I'm happy. That signature. Maybe I couldn't send it off to CGC, but I could send it off to CBCS and say, hey, this is Skeff's Comic Knowledge. Can you grade this box for me? And yeah, they'd probably say sure, right? You enjoy me watching me get into the Skeff package? Well, there was talk about us doing a topless video together too. So, but I've already got one video that's too hot for YouTube. Apparently YouTube hates when you do things like talk about booties on your channel. Guys, booties are love. Booties are good. We want to respect the booty. All right, so we've gotten into our inner bubble wrap here. We've got, ooh, look at that. We got a thick backing board on the outside there. Ooh, we got the star of the show. We got a bonus book, which is a good bonus book. And I'll just kind of go in kind of reverse order here for me. So the bonus book that Skeff threw in is a Harleen #1. It's actually, I think this is in better shape than my copy, and it didn't even come in a bag and a board because it was a bonus book. That's fine. And I still think it's in better shape than my copy, which I love this series. I'm going to butcher his name, but Stefan Sejic, that's probably not how you say it. He did that kind of 3-issue prestige format, obviously. I really like that story. It's a good retelling of her origin. Got Batman Damned book 3. That's cool. Arrived in excellent condition. And star of the show. I can't believe this went for what it went for, but I'm not gonna out that. It was a good deal. I think it's because he did it in the middle of a Star Wars show. But this is your Jim Lee Batman Damned book 1, first appearance of the Bat Weenus, if you will. Speaking of too hot for YouTube, I love Jim Lee. Fantastic. I love Bat Penis. Somebody's going to make that like a GIF, and that's unfortunate. But still, it's true. I think that's really fun that we finally got that. So remember, there's the whole thing with Catwoman and Batman, and they wouldn't show Batman going down or making jokes about going down on Catwoman in the Harley Quinn cartoon. I covered that a while ago. But Bat Penis, totally fine. Totally fine. And I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. So, Skeff, thank you very much. That was very well packaged. That's the kind of service you can expect from Skeff. He will service you well. Getting some messages in the middle of the show. I didn't want to say like he's giving stuff away over there or whatever. I hopefully you get what you deserve for books. Watching Whatnot. That's the thing about Whatnot. And one of the things I wanted to talk about in an upcoming video is it works both ways. I see sellers get a little extra sometimes, and I see buyers get steals sometimes. So definitely pay attention to what you're doing both ways. You know, you want to make sure you're setting a good starting price. Um, first Batwangus confirmed by Decor Collectibles, a man who would know. Uh oh man, well that's gonna tie into the rant a little bit. A little bit. Hey, we got hairy old fat guy in here. What's up, hairy old fat guy? Spidey did it first. um well, not buying Batman, damn, they almost had my Venom money. Hey, what's up, Collector P? Let's make sure I didn't miss any. Just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Booties are all over YouTube. Unfortunately, I got booted out of We're Not account. I would make another account, but nah, I don't feel like seeing it. Excellent sellers like Scaff and others deserve time. Oh, interesting. Not that I expect you to um, tell the story here, but that it does sound interesting. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, Skeff getting called out. Getting called out on the no pull tabs on the blue tape, man. It's a good point. You know, he does have a point. Can't deny that, Skeff. All right. And I think I missed Buddy Super Chat. That's why I was trying to get back up here and get caught up. We get it. You have infinite blue tape. Buddy coming in with another $5 super chat. Guys, we have 43 people in here. That's awesome. So I'm going to do a slight amount of repetition here. So I apologize if you've been faithfully watching the entire time. But since we have 43, first I'm going to take a drink of water. Today's episode of Rage Comics is brought to you by water. Not all of it has Cyclops on it, but it's even better when it does. But I wanted to take a second to just thank everybody who has been a subscriber. Everybody who, I mean, like I was saying earlier in the show, kind of repeating this thought because there's more people in here now. You guys blew me away. I gained 250 subscribers in the last month, or probably even more now. That's incredible. I couldn't believe, like, I was just watching the subscriber count go up. I was watching my videos get more views, and I was just like, this is crazy. It's like, you know, whatever, the black box of the algorithm took hold and people started watching my videos, and then my next video got pushed up or something. It's just incredible. I can't believe it. You know, I've told people, there's people in this chat that I've had private conversations with. I never expected to get to 1,000. And it wasn't like, well, I don't think I can do it. It's more like, that's not my goal. I never did this to start getting subscribers. Like I said, nothing I do on this channel, the first instinct is never to get views. The first instinct is this a good video? Is it informative? Is this, you know, a title that people are going to want to click so they'll watch the video and get some information? Will it help people? I'm not saying I never think about clicks. I mean, of course, you kind of have to if you're playing the YouTube game a little bit, but I don't dive full on into it. And because of that, I just don't expect to get a lot of subscribers. I don't ask people to like and subscribe in my videos. That's like a YouTube rule that they'll tell you never to break or whatever. I've had channels yell at me like, you should do that. Why don't you do that? Well, because I don't believe in it. I think if you guys want to like and subscribe, you will. And you have. And that's what really gets me. That's super touching. Good content, good voice, supporter of the booty. That's me. Don't waste your money on that Bedlam exclusive. Yeah, that's going to be kind of my quick take on it. Scaff, I never thought I would hit 300. And see, like, Scaff is somebody who, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I'm not blowing smoke. His positivity, like, go watch one of his videos. If you've never watched it before, go watch any video and you'll see just how effervescent he is. Like, it's contagious. I like people like that. I like watching that. That's really entertaining to me. I don't really have that same kind of energy. You know, I'm kind of, generally speaking, I'm a little more monotone. People tell me my voice is a little more ASMR or whatever. Anyways, but it's just one of those things where it's like, watching content like that gets me excited. You know, I enjoy it. I get excited, guys and girls. By the way, talking about some love for a second before I get into all the rants here. Oh, sorry, I highlighted the wrong comment there. Dream of August recently did an X-Men the animated series retrospective. I pinned it on my community tab where you can go search his channel. Go check it out, guys. I've been watching it in chunks. It's really tough watching it on my daughter because that's something I wanted to pay attention to. I can't like get distracted every 5 seconds. So I've been watching it in chunks. And I really enjoy it. I can't wait for him to continue that series. I think it's gonna be really exciting. So go check it out, please. Do me a favor. Yes, 100%. He like seeing somebody, that's part of it. Knowing that none of it's an act, knowing that none of it's like for show. That's what I like. That's why I try to do this. You know, it's really hard for me to come out of my shell on live shows and be this kind of person. I tend to be quieter, cynical, more introverted. But you guys definitely help me get out of that shell. So I appreciate that. You help me be a grower, not a shower, you could say. Yeah, and I'm hoping to do more content like that too. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Oh my god, we got Mr. Minutes in here. I just wanted to, first of all, I just want to tell you congratulations for how your wife has been doing. That book has been going pretty crazy. Good job on that. No, not yet. Haven't fully got into it. Good timing, economics in comics. So speaking of which, so mini rant, 2 mini rants, 1 big rant. First mini rant. All right. Book of Boba Fett. I'm going to do spoilers for episode 3. Spoiler warning, episode 3, Book of Boba Fett. That's last week's episode, if you're, not sure which one's which. So I'm a big Boba Fett fan. Guys, Slave One's there. Fuck this Boba Fett starship shit. Boba Fett sketch from Chin Potter, or it's a print, not a sketch, but he signed it. I've got a Boba Fett shirt I'm not wearing right now. I don't know why I was going to point to it. I really enjoy that character quite a bit. Like a lot of people, right? Like he's one of those like classic small characters. It was in the original trilogy for just a little bit of time, but he was like so cool looking. You're just like, that's like, it's like Star Wars is Wolverine from the early days, or whatever you want to call it. He's like Star Wars is Snake Eyes. He's the cool guy. So again, spoilers for the episode. Most people are freaking out about the speeder chase. The speeder chase looked like shit. It looked like expensive, poorly done CGI. Like they still spent a lot of money on it, but like the frame rate was really low. I didn't like the comedic parts of it. It was real slow. But people harp on the colorful Vespa thing. That's actually an homage to George Lucas and his, he loves hot rods and American Graffiti. I actually don't mind that. That's fine. I didn't like going through the painting like it was like a fucking Naked Gun movie or something. Where they like go through the panes of glass or whatever. I can't remember if that was actually Naked Gun or not. But like a parody movie or whatever. They had like the Back to the Future's Wipeout instead of manure. It was freestyle. No, it's an homage to a lot of cinematic stuff, I guess. Whatever. That's not even my problem. My problem is this whole Black Chrysanthemum thing. Everybody was so freaking hyped up about it. And what is he looked badass in his first kind of cameo. Then you get to the fight, which, by the way, I saw that coming. Every time they've been showing Boba in the Bacta tank, I knew something was going to happen while he was in the tank, like an assassination attempt or something. So that's kind of funny. I saw that coming. Maybe they were just foreshadowing that. I don't know. And then Black Chrysanthemum grabs Boba Fett, and I audibly was like, "Oh shit, it's on!" And I'm not the kind of guy who says shit like that during a TV show, but I was like, "It's on, man. This is gonna be a fight." So what does Black Chrysanthemum do? He throws Boba Fett around the room 3 or 4 times. What the hell, man? Like, what kind of look? I know a lot of you guys like pro wrestling. That's fine. I get it. There was some pro wrestling level moves from a giant. So what I've said a few times about this in private conversations, Chewbacca will rip your fucking arms off if you beat him at Dejarik. Is that Dejarik? Is that the little holo table game they play? Wookiees don't, they'll rip your arms off if the whole quote. That's Chewbacca. Chewbacca is kind of a lanky Wookiee, as we learn from, the later Wookiees that they've decided to show us. And yet, Black Chrysanthemum, the biggest fucking Wookiee that we've ever seen, just this giant, like, ripped Wookiee, his move is to throw you across the room 3 or 4 times, bear hug you. Boba Fett, like, puts his hand or whatever near Black Chrysanthemum's mouth at one point, and he doesn't, like, bite it off or anything. Black Chrysanthemum should have just bit it. He bites a Gamorrean guard like 30 seconds later, like that's his move. Like, he just does it. So what the hell, man? Like, and then they throw Boba Fett into a rack of fucking weapons. You see, like, he could have picked up his backpack and shot a missile at Black Chrysanthemum. He could have done all kinds of things. He grabs his friggin' stick, which is like, that's a special weapon to him now. But like, if you show me a rack of weapons and you're like, hey, what weapon do you want to fight the biggest Wookiee you've ever seen with? It's not gonna be a stick. I don't know, man. It just felt dumb as hell to me. Like, it felt really stupid. So, anybody going after them panties in 2022? Did I miss something? Yeah, right. Like, so in The Mandalorian, they make it a thing where, like, his helmet always has to be on, to the point where there's rumors. I don't know what the truth is. There's rumors that Pedro Pascal is pissed about that. I don't know if that's really true, because I think it's all just kind of coming from one YouTuber that says that. And yet Boba Fett always has to have his helmet off. Yeah, it's like every time he goes in the tank, you're in for a flashback, which admittedly episode 2 with the whole Tusken Raider thing was cool, but Boba's managerial and leadership are so terrible, as people can't even protect him while he's asleep. Yeah, right? Like, he just hired a gang of people to protect him. He already has the 2 guards. Who's protecting him? That's true. Yeah, you got a good point. I mean, more panty talk, the better, I guess. So yeah, there's kind of my Boba Fett rant. I just think it's stupid. I haven't watched the newest episode. I just haven't had a chance yet. I'm gonna keep watching the show, but part of it, I think, is Robert Rodriguez. I'm not 100% up on what his level of involvement is in the show. I know he's kind of the creative force behind this one. I don't know if he's directing every episode. I haven't double checked. I probably should, but it just feels like off, man. Like, and Robert Rodriguez is a very up and down creator, so I like a lot of his stuff. I love Desperado. That's a fantastic movie. But make Boba a badass. You have one job. It's like Luke fucking Skywalker, man. If you do a sequel trilogy where Luke fucking Skywalker is still alive and a character, don't throw him on some island and have him never do anything. Give us some flashbacks, besides him almost killing one of his students. Give us, like, he does like one of the cooler force projection things ever, but it fucking kills him to do it. It's weak sauce. You have Luke Skywalker. Show us Jedi Knight Luke. I'm not saying he has to be some kind of force god. He doesn't have to be like banging Mara Jade left and right, but give us some kind of cool moment. And then we have Boba Fett in his own show, and he does some cool stuff. Yeah, sure. But he's Boba Fett. His backpack has jets, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Oh, the new episode's pretty slow. Joseph. It would help. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, he feels more like one of the clones kind of trying to do their thing. And I mean, I get character arc and growth, and he's not young Boba Fett, and he's came out of the Sarlacc different. I get all that, but we're seeing these flashbacks. Show us an earlier flashback. Show us some stuff from his early days. Give us some of what we're into. I'm out with the Star Wars talk. Thanks, man. That'd be funny. Star Wars talk's pretty much over. I don't really have much else to say. It just that really bugged me last week. But so Star Wars talk number 2, which is not about the show, and it's something I talked about last week very briefly. The news had just broke about Darth Vader 20 being the first cover appearance of Grogu on a Star Wars comic book, which is, by the way, a lot of conditional things there. But before I get into this, I should probably show this off again, guys. We've added a couple things to the Super Chat prize for tonight. I just got this in from Buddy McKinley. This Pray for the Sinner. Absolutely gorgeous colors on that cover. So that's getting added into the Super Chat prize. That's really cool. That's a Ryan Kincaid cover. We got Gun Honey number 1, Sinkovich 1-in-10 ratio. Got X-Men 6, first appearance of Captain Krakoa. Got Venom 2, John Boy Myers. Local comic shop day exclusive. And then we've got a near mint minus copy of the Todd McFarlane issue of G.I. Joe. That's G.I. Joe 60 with a Robert Zeck and Joe Rubenstein cover. So those are your Super Chat prizes for tonight. So I did kind of he's back. He's back. Yeah, he's got the cavalry. What the hell? So we talked about this Darth Vader 20 thing last week, just kind of barely. And there's this first appearance of what? I mean, it's the first appearance on something. It's by Momoko, but it's not a comic book. It's a magazine. You're not wrong. I mean, he is on that cover. I have a copy of that. I bought it because I thought it was a cool, Grogu. Grogu was hot back then. I mean, Grogu's still hot. For a guy in his 50s, he's pretty hot. The twist is it's all a dream. No shit. He's been in his water coffin. That's funny. So this is, and again, if this person happens to watch this video, I don't want them to think that I'm directing this at them. But I saw a commenter in a closed kind of community, let's put it that way. So it's kind of not private, I guess, because anybody can get into it. But somebody said that a comic shop shouldn't sell a comic for more than cover price until after the day of release. Now, keep in mind that what we were talking about is that it was still it was after FOC, and comic shops had extra copies available, like online comic shops, for example, and they were pre-selling for more than cover. They were charging market value, fair market value for their comic book. And I completely disagree. I think that if you pre-order a comic book for FOC, the store should never raise the price on you. They should charge you whatever it cost, right? Whatever was agreed upon before you ordered, while you ordered. I think that a store on day of release can put their comic books out and they can charge fair market value. I think they should be allowed to do that. Why does some seller on eBay get more right to sell a comic book at a higher price versus a struggling or potentially struggling brick and mortar comic book shop? I think those should be on equal footing. I don't think that a comic book shop has to be held to some kind of artificial higher moral standard. And again, if the person who made those comments happens to be watching this video, or who made those comments, I'm not directing this at them, because I've seen that sentiment other places since then. And it's kind of this thought that a comic book store somehow has to be restricted. Again, I think if a comic store says, hey, you know what, that Darth Vader 20 you pre-ordered, it's going for like $20-25 now. You're gonna need to pay us a little bit more. That's scummy. If you pre-ordered it, that you should get it for that price. That's your thing. But if a comic book store, when they order on FOC, they had as much information as you had. And let's say they ordered 20 copies for their customers and they ordered an extra 10 copies. those extra 10 copies are theirs to make money with. It's like when they get a ratio and a ratio incentive, they should be able to sell that and make some money. Stores don't make a whole lot of money on a new comic book. They make some. Don't let stores tell you they don't make anything on new comics at all. They do, but it is kind of a small amount, right? Ask Eddie. He knows about small amounts. No, Eddie says my LCS takes care of regulars by selling hot books, and that's great. That's totally awesome. They should be able to do that. Yes, and that, regardless of everything that I will say about this, and I don't really want to get into the individual that made the comments the first place I saw it, but everybody agreed that I could tell. The problem is this hot cover and the cover art isn't out yet. And now there's some like, what do you call that? Some revisionist history going on here, almost, it feels like. Because people are saying like, oh, well, stores were able to get them after FOC. Yes, due to high demand, 2 days after FOC, from my understanding, retailers on a hot comic book will place back orders through their distributors. They'll try to get extra copies by hoping that they can get more. And if that's the case, if you did that in the first 48 hours after FOC, apparently they're honoring those orders. They're going to increase the print run and they're going to honor those orders. However, no one knew about that until the day after that 48-hour period. They sent out a memo saying, hey, by the way, we're going to honor those orders. So it doesn't mean that comic book stores had a notice and then they could go order more as much as they wanted and then get those comic books. So you had to be like cagey, desperate, or conniving, however you want to describe it, just wanted to go get more of those comic books and try to do more back orders. That's a really common thing for comic book stores to do on a comic book that they know is heating up, like right around time FOC is over. They'll try to, like a Timeless #1. People would try to back order copies and get more copies, that kind of thing. So that's a pretty common deal. Just trying to kind of explain, what that's all about. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And thanks for your service, by the way. Well, sure. Yeah, absolutely. What if the hot book is if it's on your pull list, then it should have been ordered for FOC for you. So you should get it at whatever price you get. If that's full cover price, if that's 10% off, whatever your deal is with them. Again, my opinion on the matter, I'm not saying that my opinion is law, or should be comic law, but yeah. Well, yeah, and I've done a video on that too, Mr. Minutes. So back issue pricing, if they're using eBay pricing, I'm not a fan of that. You will not get my business if you are a comic shop and you're doing that. Just trying to get through some of the comments and see, what I'm sorry, chat's been moving. We got almost 50 people in here. Thank you for being in here, by the way. So I'm just trying to double check comments. I'm sure I might have missed one, but I really want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. So I'm going to go back up to the last super chat, make sure I didn't miss any of those. Okay, Buddy was the last one. Okay. All this variant cover business rubs me the wrong way. A comic is a story. I want comics that are cheap, printed on newsprint. I want covers that are about the story. Well, you're of course entitled to your opinion. Just taking that comment at face value, I don't like. I'm a weird, like, my weird belief is, I guess I kind of believe this. Maybe there's some exceptions. I think there should be like one variant per comic, like an A and a B cover. I don't necessarily think it should be 50-50, like, and then maybe for a big book, I think that maybe you could do like a 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100. But when they do it for like 3 or 4 issues in the first 5 issues of a run, it's just ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, I mean, people can disagree with that. That's totally fine. but you murdered that guy. You're a murderer. Yeah, man. What was the headline that they showed restraint? Dream of August. We as the consumer contribute to this behavior, yet we bitch. No one should be paying more than cover, especially on day of release. FOMO, trying to stay cool and keeping up with the Jones, has bastardized this hobby. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but like, keeping up with the Jones, FOMO, it's all comic collecting, and people have collected comic book for value for over 50 years. So it's baked in. I mean, what happened is, and this is not brand new. It's not only just now, but what happened is comic book collecting blew up a couple years ago because people had extra money, people had time, people were getting into collectibles, people were seeing, baseball cards and sports cards in general, and other types of cards, Pokemon cards, whatever. They were seeing the value there. It transitioned over to comic books, and we just kind of got this huge infusion of collectors and investors. And you can like that or you can hate that. And I know your opinions on that, Dream of August. I understand. Um, but that's part of it. Like I don't buy and collect comic books just to read them. I have no problem with people that do that. That's totally fine. If you just want to read the comic books, by the way, you can do that. You can buy digital comic books, no problem. You can usually get a discount on trades. That's how I read all new comic books, almost all, not all of them, I guess. That's how I read most new comic books. Um, you can get a digital code with a comic book. A lot of people give away their digital codes. A lot of people find other ways to read comic books that I won't discuss. Um, there definitely are other ways to do that. Like you can wait for the trade. But people do want comic books for the collectability, and that's been true for a very long time. That's baked into the hobby at this point, and I think it's fine that it is. It makes the hobby more fun, in my opinion. I totally understand why people don't like it, though. I do get it. Yeah, and by the way, this you can take a step back, peel back a layer on all this, and you can absolutely understand my perspective on FOMO. Guys, I make a video every 2 weeks. That's the top 5 comic books you shouldn't buy. I do not make a list telling you what comic books you should buy. I tell you that it's a good idea to make a list of comic books you should buy to kind of control your comic collecting, spending, that kind of thing. Um, but yeah, clearly I'm not a fan of week to week hot new book FOMO. But when you see, like this thing comes out where like, hey, a new comic book is released, we learn it's the first appearance of a character. People think that character has legs. It's gonna be a big deal. Everyone wants the next Venom 3. Everyone wants the next, insert hot new character appearance, or the new Ultimate Fallout 4. What people should understand is that is a 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000 kind of odds for you doing that. What is a good idea for hunting new comic books, and this will kind of address this point a little bit, is paying attention to FOC and ordering your comic books ahead of time. Most people that will order their comic books on FOC, whether it's through your comic book shop on a pull list, whether it's through an online comic book retailer, whatever source you have, you're usually going to save money over cover price anyway. Pay attention to that. If you are interested in that new character, there's usually really good hints in the FOC. There's places you can go to watch. Like I have said before, Economics and Comics goes over every comic book listing and previews, reading all the descriptions and everything. So you get a really good idea for what the first appearances are going to be. Most of the time, there's exceptions because not every publisher wants to say like, this is the first appearance of a hot new character. So you got to watch out for that. But to say it's, this is like, people talk about toy scalping. And I know that word can be a little problematic, but people talk about action figure, people that, what's the better word for that? Predatory buying of a new action figure that comes out. So the store puts out 10 action figures. It's a hot new action figure or Funko Pop, whatever. And somebody comes in and buys all 10 and sells them for a markup on eBay. You can say that guy's an asshole, and I will respect your opinion on that. I have mixed feelings about it. But with comic books, it's different, because if you knew about it before FOC, you could have bought. If I think Venom 4, something we're going to talk about in a minute. I pre-ordered a 10-pack of Venom 4, the homage cover, for like $30. Those comics are going to be selling for quite a bit. And I did that because I was like, okay, that cover's going to be hot. Venom early issues, we're seeing some stuff come out. There's probably going to be something going on in it. And yeah, I just had a good feeling about it. I took a risk on doing that, but I paid a lot less than cover price. I'm going to get those books in, and I will sell some of them. My pre-ordering of those FOC comic books did not affect anybody at any LCS. If I did it at an LCS, I didn't. I did it in an online comic book store. If I did do that at an LCS, maybe that store would have ordered more copies for other people. So there's a key difference there when people talk about that kind of, the person who drives around to every comic book store and grabs every copy of a hotkey, that person is kind of an asshole, in my opinion. I can't necessarily blame them. Maybe that shop should limit it to 1 or 2 copies per person or something. But that does kind of suck. But where I can't agree is that there shouldn't be any money or any in financial incentive in comic book collecting, because personally, I find that to be an engaging part of the hobby. I totally understand why people have a problem with it. They want comics to be this pure thing. I get it. I really do. I think in 2022, I think there are ways for you to collect and read that you don't have to worry about paying FOMO prices. Whether that's digital or whatever, or reprint, second printing, third printing. If the comic book's hot enough, it'll get an additional printing. Timeless has already had a second printing. It was announced right away. I'm sure Darth Vader 20's already had an announced second printing, that kind of thing. So, maybe you could make a video of what you're buying for FOC instead of videos we should buy. Well, I don't make videos we should buy at all. I don't want to tell people that. Like, I think people should read what they want, and they should spec on what they want. I think there's enough people out there telling people what to buy. Oh, hey, casual fan, you better know what FOC is. And if you don't, fuck you. The book is $5 and released today, but pay $50 for it. Straight anti-consumer, scummy, and disgusting. But again, you don't have to do that. There's other ways for you to read that book that don't involve you spending $50. Also, if you've been collecting comic books long enough, you know what FOC is, or you should know what FOC is. You should know what a pull list is. Sure, there's some people that probably, there's somewhere in the country, there's somebody out there who is like, Hulk 3, that's the book for me. I want to get a copy of Hulk 3. Yeah, I guess it just released today. I'm gonna head back. But guess what? They were probably reading since Hulk 1. If they're that kind of fan, they probably had it on their pull list. If they didn't and they enjoyed it, maybe they should have. I think that there is something to be said for that. And again, I straight up respect everybody's opinion on this. I get it, guys. There are several channels that review the FOC books. Yeah, exactly. I think I mentioned that earlier. So the problem is, for FOC, often the publisher and the distributing company doesn't have the covers available for all the variant covers or the alternate covers, whatever you want to call them. Not necessarily like exclusives, that kind of thing. But even though sometimes those aren't out yet. So a great place, by the way, to go if you're ever curious, like, hey, what are all the covers of this comic book? I like using League of Comic Geeks is a great site to go to. You search for the issue that you're looking for, add League of Comic Geeks, and you're probably going to find what you're looking for. They do a really good job of showing all the different covers, pre-FOC. SGN for a $5 super chat. So real fast again, guys. I'm just going to show these just because it's been a minute. What you're super chatting for is, oh yeah, there's always good comic fans in here, and I respect your guys' opinions. And I respect that you guys don't agree with my opinion sometimes too, 100%. So you're getting Pray for the Sinner if you're the super chat winner. G.I. Joe 60, that's the McFarlane issue, first appearance of Lieutenant Falcon, first Chuckles. Venom 2, John Boy Myers, local comic shop day exclusive. X-Men 6, first Captain Krakoa. And Gun Honey, that is a 1 in 10 Bill Sienkiewicz cover. So that's your super chat prize for tonight. Yeah. So I assume you're directing that at me. He's not here to help us make money. I felt alienated when I first started, so I bugged people. Why you buy? How do you know? That led me to Billy. Billy led me here. I'm just kind of going to use that as a gateway to talk about this. I would rather figure out ways to help people save money than, and by the way, Billy's very good at that too, than how to spend money. And so that's why I don't make like you buy this, buy that list. I've made one video ever where I was like, these are my top 5 G.I. Joe spec books for you. And I wouldn't really do that today. It's still up on my channel. I mean, I think it's still a good video if you want to check it out. Buddy's going down for bed, but he did another $5 super chat. I want to make sure I get that one down. Good luck, buddy. 41. So falling asleep. Someone else had to fend off the porn bots. I don't know what they are. I don't really get what they do. He's getting comic readers for VR comics. The Hulk wearing a VR mask, for example. No more 3D glasses. 3D comics are fun, too. The new Hellcop in 3D was pretty cool. So, Linford, the one thing I would tell you about that is if you're watching the week before the comics come out, it's almost too late because you're probably not going to find, well, a lot of times you won't find those comic books still available for cover or less than cover, which is kind of a little bit like what we're talking about. So if you do it before FOC, which is final order cutoff, that is when comic shops need to make their orders for their customers. So at final order cutoff, they know like, hey, I ordered 100 copies of this comic, and 50 are for my customers that wanted it on their pull list, and 50 are for me to have on the shelf or sell ahead of time or sell after release or whatever. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, you do kind of have to accept it either way. Either you accept that you don't like it and you don't want to be part of it. Like you just said, it's fucking exhausting. It can be. I think there's ways to take the stress out of it. I watch Billy. If I don't watch his FOC show where he goes over everything, which I try to, he does a cool live show every Thursday. Then on Fridays he drops the top 10 he recommends buying, or that he thinks are the hotter comics of the week, whatever you want to call it. And then you can save money at his store. You can save money at other stores. He's going to wish I would say that his store is the place to go. I pre-order from him. And I save money. Like I was just talking about the Venom 4 10-pack. I have that coming. I think that was $29.99 or so with my little discount code I used. And that's going to be a real good day for me. It's going to pay for the rest of that giant order I made. Probably, thereabouts. So that's a good way to do it. But if you don't want to play that game, you don't have to. I really recommend, if you have those, if you do want to be in comic collecting for money, and that's part of why you want to buy older comics and sell them, buy older comics. That's the advice. Older comics, if you can find them at a good deal, less than FMV, buy them for keys, that kind of stuff you believe in. If the Marvel movie hasn't come out yet, and it's probably going to, and you find it for less than FMV, it's probably a good deal. The other thing is watch and really pay attention to what is the hot new character, what is the big new story, what is the big new series, and kind of make your claim. Like say, I believe in Hulk 3, and I'm going to buy a ton of copies of that for less than cover price. And if you're smart about it, it is a little bit like gambling. It's a little bit like the stock market. You have to be willing to take that risk. If you're not willing to lose that money, don't do it. Yeah, it's a little bit of time, a little bit of planning. I agree. There's endless amount of resources. Well, but the price change at the register is not exactly true because if I bring up this, it has a price sticker on it, but if I bring up this 35 cents, that should be 35 cents forever, right? Right? Oh, no. It's worth more. Why? Because people are willing to pay more. So if I'm a comic book shop, why would I charge 35 cents for that? Where's the cutoff? Day of release, day after release, the week after release? But if I go to a comic shop and I buy 20 copies because they're charging cover price, and then I hop over to eBay and I sell those copies, I'm okay. I'm not a bad guy if I do that. Like, why shouldn't the comic shop make that money? That's my opinion. Ooh, a little tummy rumble. Then, dude, I appreciate the passion. Man. You and me, we've had this conversation before on live streams. We've had it offline. I get it, dude. And don't ever let anybody tell you to think a different way than you want to think. Ever. I don't care what it is. Be willing to listen would be my advice. But yeah, absolutely. I respect that everybody has different opinions. Okay. Speaking of different opinions, I kind of want to show off some stuff first. So I went to a real awesome comic shop today and got some cool stuff. But I'm not going to go crazy showing everything. I'll just show off a couple things. What I like about, and this is I Like Comics in Vancouver, what I like about them is they do half price books. If a book is priced at $50 or less, they put it in their 50% off bins, and you get it for half the price that's on the sticker. So what's some cool shit I picked up? Tons of stuff, guys. Got Showcase 99, part 3 of the Origin of Power Girl. So that you guys know I released my top 10 to buy list, right? Well, I got that. First Ned Leeds is Hobgoblin. Got that for $5. First Rose, Wilson Fisk's son. First Professor Hulk. First Apocalypse. This store's great. First Silver Sable. I was hunting this. This is a newsstand. First Nebula. But so this book's been going crazy, right? Fist of Khonshu, number 2. I got this for $3, and this is in probably like near mint minus. One corner is a little, actually maybe even still near mint with the press to get rid of some of the cover waves. So that's amazing. I got a lot of other cool stuff, but what I really wanted to show off, and this is because I made that video. So this is why I make a list. I went there, I got a bunch of stuff. Yes, I'm planning to resell most of this stuff. Some of it's for my collection, some of it's for resale. And some of it's for giveaways. Like I went and got like a bunch of like signed comics. That was $6, Wolverine cover signed. So I do that for giveaways and stuff too. It's kind of where I stock up for that stuff. But I got 2 comic books on my list to buy for 2022, and I wanted to talk about this before I get into my last rant. Boom, there it is, the dick punch itself. ASM 328, gorgeous copy. Probably not a 9.8, but still pretty gorgeous copy. $13. And this is probably He had it marked at a 7. I'd say 7.75. Showcase 97, Origin of Power Girl. Boom. 2 books off my list for 2022. Guys, I'm so excited. It's very cool. And that's why you make a list to kind of control what you're looking at. And I mean, yeah, I'm stocking up. By the way, so here's the one. Here's what I got this for $3. Primortals is a Leonard Nimoy series. I wish Stan was in here. Is that a fucking Leonard Nimoy signature? Oh, where's that here? Is that Leonard Nimoy? Man, I didn't have time to like look it up online. I hope it is. That's so cool. I actually have an issue of this already. I thought this was a cool. They're like dinosaur superhero aliens. That would be really sweet. Anyways, I just wanted to show that off and kind of talk about that's why you should build a list. That's why you should focus your collecting. I'm 20% of my way through my top 10 list. Got some harder ones ahead of me. But yeah. Thanks a lot, Dream of August. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Depends. Yes, okay. That's true. They should tell you ahead of time. Absolutely. Well, yeah, it can be tough, right? The problem is the lower ordered stuff is a little bit more difficult, like because it's the reason why it's low ordered is because they sneak it in. They don't always want to advertise, hey, this is, because they want you to know everything's a lottery. They want you to buy every issue. That's why every Marvel FOC description is like an amazing new event happens. It'll change the face of the Marvel universe forever. That's why. So, yeah. So, but the pricing at the register thing, I do want to talk about that. Um, yes, if the book is hot, like let's say, like by the way, I grabbed a Hulk 3 for cover price from the rack. These are heating up big time. If they wanted to charge more for this, they should have slapped a sticker on it saying it's $10 or whatever they wanted to charge for it. That's all you got to do. Yeah, absolutely. Build a list, check it twice, make sure you're naughty and not nice. This is the first cameo. I actually haven't even opened this up yet. Like I said, I got home a little while before the stream. It's a long trip to this comic shop for me. This is the first cameo appearance. We are going to talk about that. This is the first appearance of that character, which is being described in press releases as the Hulk's Null, the Hulk's version of Null. So, Nulk is what a lot of people are calling him now. Thank you for the the segue that you built in there. So here we go, guys. First appearances. It's like a Dark Hulk. I don't know. Black Hulk, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell with the lighting. Yeah, Nulk. I want to start off by saying Venom had the king in black. Hulk gets the queen in green. That's funny. It's a living said. That's funny. Have a good night, dude. Okay, so here's the deal. Rant that I really wanted to rant about. The first part of it isn't so much a rant. It's people need to understand what words mean. Seems pretty simple. By the way, you are likely, if you're watching this video, going to have a different opinion than me, and that is fine. That is totally okay. I respect your opinion. I'm going to pull up the results of my recent poll I did, and it leads into another topic. Some people wondered why I did this. So the question I asked was, what does the first appearance of a character mean to you? I said, is it the first time they appear on a cover, cameo, etc.? Is it their first full appearance? Is it whatever the market decides, or other? I got 214 votes. 52% of you said that it's the first time they appear. 25% said it's their first full appearance, and 20% said it's whatever the market decides. 3% added other. I recommend going and checking out the comments in there. Some people had some cool, different kind of opinions. So as a collector, I'm trying to be very careful here because I don't want to tell people that they need to think a certain thing or not. As a collector, it is up to you to decide what matters as the first appearance of a character. Classic example. I'm not going to dive into every part of it, but Hulk 180, Hulk 181. You might care about Hulk 181 more. You might care about Hulk 180 more. You might care about X-Men 133 more because it's the first solo story featuring Wolverine. You might care about Wolverine 1 limited series because it's the first self-titled issue of Wolverine. Whatever you want to believe, more power to you. That is your decision to make. As a collector, that's fine. As a fan of the series, as a fan of the character, make those decisions yourself. To me, what's not okay with what's going on in the comic world is this thing that I see over and over and over again, where somebody says something like in a forum thread or in comments on a YouTube video or on a Discord, what's the first? What's the first to collect? Which one matters? What's the first? And I keep seeing this, and it kind of reminds me of like who's on first a little bit when I see that comment. And here's what the deal is. Whether you think Hulk 180 or Hulk 181 is the first appearance of Wolverine, whether you think it's the first full appearance of Wolverine, there's an argument to be made for both. And whatever you decide, that's up to you. I don't care. Whether you believe that or not, Hulk 180 is the first appearance of Wolverine. Why? Because Wolverine appears in Hulk 180. Hulk 180 is a comic book, right? Well, that's his first appearance. I'm not saying that it's his first full appearance. I believe that his first full appearance is in Hulk 181. He appears throughout the issue, and he's on the cover. On the cover really doesn't matter, but he's on the cover. Whatever. You can have your own opinions about that. That's totally fine. But it doesn't change the fact that the first time a character appears in a comic book is their first appearance. So even though I think Hulk 181 is the first full appearance of Wolverine, it's the second appearance of Wolverine. You have to know how that works. You can like the first full appearance. You can like the cameo appearance. You can like the first solo title. None of that is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you're going to label what the first appearance is, the distinction needs to be made that it's the first time the character appears. Now, and there's a whole gray area here I'm not going to get into tonight, but I am going to acknowledge it because people are going to bring it up. What counts as an appearance? Because there's characters that appear in shadow. There's characters that appear, you have Eddie Brock's hand, which is actually a woman's hand appearing in a panel long before we actually get the full reveal of Eddie Brock, for example. So there, you can make your own opinions for all that stuff, whatever you want to do, whether or not it counts as an appearance. But like, say the classic example, Hulk 180, everyone knows that's Wolverine on the last panel of Hulk 180. There's no denying that that's Wolverine. It's not retconned. He says, I'm Wolverine. It's Wolverine. So that's the first appearance of Wolverine. So when you're talking about comic books and you say, what's the first, you need to specify, if you care, whether you're talking about cameo or full. And when I'm almost 40, when I grew up collecting comic books and when I paid attention to things like Overstreet Price Guide, or just other sources where they listed this kind of stuff, the expression was always, and I think this is the right way to refer to it, first appearance in cameo, not first cameo appearance, first appearance in cameo. And I sincerely prefer that term. You might not, but I do, because I think it's clearer what you're talking about. Okay, so when collectors get up in arms about what's the first cameo, what's the first full, it's important to remember that that distinction should be made. First appearance, second appearance, third appearance does not necessarily correlate to first cameo and first full. There's a difference there, because you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameo appearances and then a full appearance. I tend to have the more classic definition of a cameo. Cameo to me should be like, partial appearance of a character on a panel, or a panel, maybe 2 panels or something like that. Obscured in shadow, the back of a character without seeing their face. It's that classic soap opera teaser at the end, like, here comes so and so. Where Hulk 180 is interesting is because it's his full fucking body, and he says he's Wolverine. So to me, that's the first appearance. Either way, there are tons of characters and weird examples where you have to kind of get into the weeds and decide what you think is the first appearance, and especially decide what the first full appearance is. Okay, we've had that conversation. You can agree or you can disagree. That's fine. I'm not going to shove it down your throats. You're free to choose how to believe however you like. But you have to know that the words first appearance don't mean automatically first full appearance. You're leaving out a word. If you mean first full appearance, say first appearance in full, say first full appearance. Let's use all our words like an adult and get it out there. Okay, so let's talk about Venom. So, Key Collector. Key Collector is, and by the way, you might not think like, oh, that doesn't directly relate to what you're talking about here. It relates because people are messing it up left and right. People, with the Hulk stuff going on, the Nulk, whatever you want to call it, with the Bedlam stuff going on, with the Grogu stuff going on, people are just all over the place with what's a first appearance here. That's why I wanted to talk about that first and get everybody on the same page. According to Key Collector, Venom 1, first full appearance of Meridius. First cameo appearance of Bedlam. Venom 2, first appearance of Archer Lyle, an ally of the Brox. First appearance of Carson, an agent of the Life Foundation. Venom 4, first appearance of Carson as Spearhead. Second cameo appearance of Bedlam, revealed to be Meridius. Debut of new Venom emblem. Venom 5, possible first full appearance of Bedlam. Okay. So Billy over at Economics and Comics did an excellent video about this because he shows the full spread from Venom 4. And there's a debate going on, and I understand the debate. I don't necessarily think either side's wrong. Whether or not Venom 4 should be the first full appearance of Bedlam. And now there's exclusives coming out with Bedlam on the cover. It's a whole fuck fest. And if you really want to get into it, the reason why it's a fuck fest, there's 2 main reasons. One is Marvel wants you to buy all of them. 2 is Key Collector wants you to buy all of them. What people forget, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, what Key Collector wants you to do is to see that alert and then click. See if I can show this here. They want you to click that button that says eBay. Okay. Why do they want you to click that button that says eBay? Because if you go follow that eBay link, anything you buy there, they're going to get a percentage of. So look, whatever you feel is the truth of this story, I'm not qualified to talk about it. I haven't read each issue of this Venom. I'm not qualified to tell you what's the first appearance, what's the first full. Like Eddie knows 10 times more about this probably. If Meridius is in fact Bedlam, which I don't think he is, first appearance is Venom 1, argument over. Right. Exactly. So, well, sure, there's spec on it, but it kind of depends on how this all shakes out, right? Like it could be a flash in the pan. What's fucked nowadays is folks who take the words first appearance and start tagging shit like official, unofficial. Well, so Decor, I'm going to take a second to think about that. So one thing I noticed, because I follow your page, you talked about the Grogu appearance. And somebody said, like you pointed, I can't remember the comic, but you pointed out a comic where Grogu appears in the comic. But you said, is it, somebody said like, oh, that's not the first official appearance. So I don't know if that's specifically what you're talking about. But yeah, that's a tough one because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. That's generally good advice, by the way. That's generally good advice. I wouldn't really invest in exclusives very often. I think a lot of us are in that boat. I will get around to reading this. I'm actually kind of excited to read it, but I want to I like to read like a binge read. Like I want to read the whole trade, the first volume of Venom together. Fuck fest, yes. Yep. Exactly. It's this whole shit. Okay, cool. And I don't know how I feel about that one. So that's kind of that's getting a little into the weeds. I'm actually going to think about that though because I'm curious. But where I really want to talk about is Harrow. Harrow. I don't know how you pronounce that. So the comic I showed you that I scored, which is going for, according to Key Collector, upwards of $30 in high grade, is this Fist of Khonshu 2 I showed off earlier. I'm not going to dig it back out again. This book right here. I found one for $3 at a comic shop. Moon Knight 2, Fist of Khonshu. So here's what happened. Moon Knight trailer drops. And okay, in the subtitles, it is I haven't confirmed this, by the way. I should add that. I haven't confirmed this. But what Key Collector is saying is that in the subtitles, that character that Ethan Hawke plays is referred to as Arthur Harrow. Harrow? I don't know. Harrow. Harrowing, right? Harrow. In the closed captions of the trailer. So everybody and their brother ran to the eBay, and a lot of them used that link, and they bought copies of Fist of Khonshu 2. And people started listing them, and people started buying them. Let's see. I'm going to go to sold listings on eBay. Because I don't want to trust Key Collector, what they said. I mean, they're probably close. Individual sales for that comic book. One sold for $78.57 today. One sold for best offer accepted under 50. One sold for best offer accepted, but it was at 90. Best offer 115. A best offer under 79. So it's going for big bucks. And Key Collector makes a percentage of that. I don't care that Key Collector makes a percentage of that. I wish they'd advertise it a little better. But if you want to, if you know about that and you want to support Key Collector by buying there, that's fine. I don't care. But I wish they did a better job of advertising that. What I do have a problem with is going out there and saying like, it's Harrow, you have to be, and yeah, they say it's in the subtitles. They tell you the reason why, but everyone's going to read that as, oh, it's Harrow. I should go buy that issue because it's hot. And that's the FOMO talk. And that's where you got to be careful. What if you got that alert and you believe it? In my opinion, what that means is you should go to your comic shop and search the back bins, the back issue bins. Or if you have it, you should sell it if you aren't looking to hold that issue long term. That's what that means. When those things happen, that's what I do. I either look for the comic book for less than FMV for what it was going for yesterday, or I go ahead and sell if I have it. That's what that means to me. But now they're saying, oh, well, wait a minute. It's actually this different character. And I don't even remember the character's name now, but I think it's a Spectre. I think they're saying he's related to Spectre. I don't remember. Let me go to the Moon Knight listing. Let me see what they're saying. But that's classic. That's classic. It's let's push this issue. You guys go buy it. Oh, wait. It's actually this issue. And it's the same shit that we're seeing for the Hulk run, Hulk 3, Hulk 6. You know, which one is it? Let's see. I'm gonna get caught up here. Looking for affordable keys. Any advice? Yes, be patient is great advice. Do your research on what you're trying to buy. Finally caught up. I missed the first little bit. Glad you liked the G.I. Joe. Really happy. All the what? Yes, they all made it here. Great. Get what you like and you can never go wrong. The problem is the what you like part. I'm still going to do a video about that someday. I think that's interesting because if you like specking on stuff, that's perfectly fine. I like to buy what others like instead. That's a good point. I force close Donkey Collect. Oh boy. Whenever I go on eBay. Yeah. Absolutely. It's really not gambling if you can afford to lose. I like that. Yes, absolutely, guys. He does have a show going on this weekend, so follow him on Whatnot and go ahead and win yourself some good comics over there. He always has great stuff. He had some bronze. I caught the last part of his show tonight. He had some bronze stuff that looked really cool. So definitely go check that out. Spider-Man's my fourth favorite character. Well, there's so many Spider-Man books. That's probably why, right? I go my own way. I buy what I want. Just got Daredevil to Stiltman. Absolutely, man. Stiltman's respect. Yes. And that's the other thing. They edit the info week to week. Hell, they edit the info day to day. So there needs to be transparency, right? Like if you want to show every positive note about how you were right, leave the negative edits there too, where you were wrong. Key to collecting in this hobby is patience. Except for the big grails, you can get a good deal if you wait. Been collecting 40 plus years, still looking for books since the 80s. Yeah. But and even if you, except for the grails, even those, there's the right time to buy where they go on a dip. And you probably know that too. I'm just pointing that out for other people. So guys, we're kind of winding down here at the end of the show. What do you guys do? You like the rants? Do you like the rant format? Should I keep doing it? Like I said, I don't want to do it just for clicks. I don't want to do it just to get people to click in. I don't want it to be clickbait. But if you like it, if that's what you enjoy, then I'll keep doing it. But there's not always topics to rant about. But let me know. Let me know. I am curious. I am going to show off one last chance on the super chats, guys. If you guys want to get your super chats in, right now you can get this gorgeous 1 in 10 Gun Honey Bill Sinkovich ratio. You can get the first appearance of Captain Krakoa. You can get Venom number 2. That's the John Boy Myers local comic shop day cover. You can get Pray for the Sinner, Ryan Kincaid. You guys chose that one to get added. That was from Buddy McKinley. And you got G.I. Joe 60. This is probably like a near mint minus. This is Todd McFarlane interior art. The only issue he did on G.I. Joe that got published, he did an issue later on that got published in a special, but from the actual run, this is the only issue he did. He famously got kicked off the book, or infamously got kicked off the book. It's also the first appearance of Lieutenant Falcon, the first appearance of Chuckles, and it's a great Zek and Rubenstein cover. So that's your Super Chat prizes. If you guys do want to get a Super Chat in, let me know. I think you don't have to rant all the time, but maybe come with a topic to let other people rant. That's interesting. I like that idea. I like it live, even though I'm going to pay for it tomorrow. Fair. Rant just for rant's sake is just, well, ranting. Rant on, baby. According to Keys himself, they are never wrong or misinformed. Yeah, man. So my biggest thing when it comes to it's transparency. When it comes to CGC, when it comes to sellers on eBay, when it comes to comic book shops, when it comes to Key Collector, when it comes to affiliate links, all that stuff, transparency. Like I have a link for Gemini Comic Supplies down below in the description. If you buy from Gemini Comic Supplies, yes, you can use my code. You can save some money. Also, I get part of that sale. If I get up to $100 in sales or whatever, I get some commission from that. If you see that kind of stuff on YouTubers' videos, realize that there's probably something in it for them. And I'm always going to be transparent about that stuff. Try to show my bias, whatever it is. Hell, sometimes I even tell you, like, I own a book, and if I'm talking, positively about it or something like that, I'll be like, I own this book, by the way. But places, if anybody is giving you advice that involves money, they should be transparent about it. Key Collector, people are paying for the app in a lot of cases. They're paying for the information. They're hoping to get insider info, basically, or fast-tracked info. But, and by the way, I used Key Collector tonight. I was in a comic shop and I looked up some stuff on Key Collector. I think it's still a great resource, but you have to know that it's not a flawless resource. And their back issue hunting is what I like about that app. Their scoops and their news and their here's what you should buy. That's the part I don't like. Night Collector you're asking about Super Chat, and then I'll get to the 2IC. So Super Chat is there should be a little $sign icon in the description below, and if you do Super Chat any amount, you get entered into a random number drawing I'm going to do here in a couple minutes. These are your Super Chat prizes. I'll show them off one more time. G.I. Joe 60, Pray for the Sinner, Venom, John Boy Myers, First Captain Krakoa, X-Men 6, and Bill Sienkiewicz, Gun Honey 1-in-10 ratio. So those are your Super Chat prizes. So what happens is I enter your Super Chats down onto my sheet here. Like Preston tonight had 1 through 5 because he donated the first $5. So I'll do a random number generator. And if you are the winner, if I did 5, Preston would be the winner if number was 5. Watch it be number 5 now, and everybody will think I'm somehow cheating. But I do it all in front of you so you see what's going on. By the way, Craig, if you're watching, you won last week's Super Chat. I don't have your address, so hit me up, Craig. I need to get your address so I can send you your prize from last week. That's what Super Chat is. Okay, I'm going to go and make sure that I got the Super Chats right in order here. I don't want to miss anybody. Buddy SG. Okay, and then we go down to the next one, and that is Figure Drawing, who's in for $5. Keybay Collector. Oof. That's a good one. Keybay. I like that. And like I don't hate Key Collector just because they're Key Collector, guys. Like that's not the point. And I'm not saying you're saying that, Figure. I just don't like people not thinking for themselves. People assuming it's infallible. Because like Decor pointed out, the information changes. So you got to be really serious. I'm gonna get to your question in a second, Alan. I see your question there. Razor Rod. By the way, Razor Rod, I haven't seen you on the show before, so welcome to the show. Same, a lot of people here. I haven't seen you guys in here before. Thank you for coming in. Digging the show, rant on. All the topics are legit rant worthy. Love all the Onyx exchanges. What up from the BK? Oh, you know what? I have seen you before. What up from the BK? I'm sorry. I totally forgot there. Tired brain. I have seen you say that before. All right. So good luck to you guys. Okay. So the question: would you use CCS after CGC signing as an insurance policy, even though the book was already a CGC 9.8? So I'm trying to remember here, but okay, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I remember, could be incorrect. If I remember correctly, they actually do CCS first before they sign the book, which is fucked up if that's true. If I'm wrong I hope I'm wrong about that. But if I recall correctly, they actually do CCS first, or at least they used to, or at least people said they used to. That's what I can tell you for sure, is that people said that back in the day. And so, you know, obviously during a signing, if you haven't seen pictures of their signing, they have books stacked like this high in a stack. You should not stack comic books that way for that long. It's an easy way to get spine rolled. The bottom books are getting crushed. Anyways, that's a whole separate thing. I've gotten some really good grades back from CGC signings too, but it's pretty bad. So would you? Well, first of all, you're going to delay your book about 6 months. Well, that's not true, because they do priority for signings, don't they? They do. That's why everything else takes 6 months. Even though it was a 9.8, no, I wouldn't. What I would do, but if you're sure it's a 9.8, then I wouldn't do that. But I would maybe get it pressed by somebody else. By the way, I do have a discount code for a presser. Turlock Comics. You can hit them up over on IG. They're a new comic shop that's going to be opening soon in Turlock, California. But they have fantastic pressing and cleaning services. If you use the code Bronze Nuts, nuts with a Z at the end, which is in the description below, you can actually get any books pressed for $15. Doesn't matter if it's Golden Age, doesn't matter if it's modern. $15. If you do 10 or more, it's $12 each. And I don't get money from that. They've helped me out on some pressing and cleaning, and I've been their guinea pig on some stuff. But those are actually the prices I get when I use them. So that is a fantastic discount. Guys, Sister 19 is online. Go check it out. Pure rage motivates us all. Any video from a particular popular YouTube comic guy is basically just paid out. Oh yes, 100%. If you guys, so Comic Tom 101 is sponsored by Key Collector, if you're not aware of that already. That's what we're talking about here. And again, I don't have a problem with Comic Tom 101. As long as you know what you're getting into watching him, fine. Feel free to watch him. I personally don't watch anymore. I used to when I first kind of got into the whole comic book collecting thing again after a long hiatus. I stumbled on that channel. It's very popular. I thought it was entertaining for a little while, and I quickly lost interest. That's just the truth. Again, like I would way rather hate the game than hate the player. Decor coming in for a $5 super chat. And okay, new name. Okay, so I wasn't completely crazy. Christopher Adattori. I'm probably really pronouncing that wrong and going over the top with the finger thing. But I like the name. I'll give this a try. Already sub, by the way. Hey, thanks a lot, Christopher. I really appreciate that. Sorry, I just insulted you. I just like your name. So that's not an insult, right? Also, you're a Christopher, so you can't be all bad. I'm a Christopher too. Alan, it is already a certified. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Maybe they changed that. Maybe I was wrong. Again, I'm honest about if I don't know about something. I try to be. You know, I make mistakes too. So here's the deal. A certified 9.8. I personally wouldn't submit to get regraded at CGC unless there's a extenuating circumstance. So Okay, cool. I'm glad I just didn't like. As soon as I did it, I'm like, oof, probably shouldn't have done that. Um, I wouldn't necessarily crack anything that's a 9.8. I've heard horror stories that are cringeworthy. I almost sent in my Something is Killing the Children #1, which is a 9.8 for the Tinian signing. Um, it's because it's rare. I don't insult a lot of people. Yes, of course you mean a signature series of the creator. Yes, I understand. But so the risk you run there is that it's going to get lower. If you really want to do it and it's already a 9.8, I still wouldn't go for the CCS option personally. Um if they graded a 9.8 and there's any waviness at all, anything that you think is a pressable defect, I would. That's what I would say. Like I check inside the slab, I look at it, and I'm like, okay, I completely have faith in this comic book being a 9.8. I don't think anything's going to help it. I'm going to trust the system to do that. But I personally wouldn't get it cracked. That's just my advice. Comic book jackpot. I only own 2.5 short boxes of comics, but a lot more action figures, toys, and toys cost more than comics. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. And I am also a toy collector as well, but I'm not like a hardcore toy collector. It depends. If you're talking hot toys, but man, depends on the comic too, right? Like, I went to the comic store I went to today, guys. I don't know if you want to see this. I shared this on my Discord, which you can also go check out too if you want to. Discord's a fun place. It's a free thing. You can just get in there. We talk about comics. We share our pickups, that kind of stuff. Let's see. So the comic shop I go to, I like comics in Vancouver. There are graded AF-15, graded X-Men 1. I mean, there was like 5 X-Men 1s, like 5 Hulk 181s, a couple FF-49s. Geez, guys, it's crazy going in there. First, Red Hood. There are 8 giant size X-Men 1s. It is so crazy going there. um yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like a 9.8 is like, okay, here's another mini rant at the end of the episode, guys. Like, get those last super chats in. Here's your mini rant. 9.8 is a bullshit thing anyway. That for some reason we all care about 9.8 so much. I'm guilty of it. But why 9.8? Why not a 9.9? What the fuck? Why do we care so much? Why is that the sweet spot? Why not a 9.6? So yeah, I Like Comics is the biggest comic book shop in the Northwest. They're the biggest comic shop in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana. If you want to count Montana as the Northwest, a lot of people don't. I don't blame you. But anyways, they're the largest comic shop in that area. So great fun place to go. They have a cool eBay store too. It's all buy it now too. There's no like bidding or anything. But yeah, I wouldn't crack a 9.8. But yeah, the mini rant is I think the 9.8s are ridiculous anyway that we care so much about them. But doesn't matter if you're thinking about it for resale value at all. A 9.8 matters, whether it should or not. So I wouldn't crack it. I would get another book. Could I take a guess here? Is this for the George Perez signing? If it's for the George Perez signing, here's the one thing I would say. George Perez, unfortunately, and this is a tragedy, probably is not going to be with us much longer. So because of that, I could kind of understand cracking and signing a book for him. And that's unfortunate, but that's the one kind of thing I could think of maybe. Dude, I'm telling you, invest in those lower books, especially 9.6s. CGC was giving out 9.8s like candy for a while, and they quit. And 9.6s for a lot of books are like, I have a 9.6 Moon Knight #1, the first solo. Seriously thinking about selling it. So so what you're saying is I need to do a big rant, huh? No, I'm ranted out. Figure is in for $2, guys. Get those in now. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds or so, however long it takes me to set up the super chat giveaway, and then we are going to wind down the show. Yes, they were before the new slap. Oh, okay. Oh, well, it actually came in my opinion, it came about halfway through that new slap case. I would say, or man, halfway, about a year and a half ago, they cracked down on grading. Um, yes, exactly. And do people forget 9.4 is near mint? That's another mini rant. That's a rant for another time. Is people that go into, they buy a comic book that's brand new and they see that it's near mint and it's not a 9.8 and they're pissed. Dude, near mint is 9.4. I don't know what you want. There's nothing wrong with 9.4. There's plenty of comic books that I would love to have in a 9.4. I mean, you're talking about like Bronze Age. I'd love to have like an 8.5. I think that's really good quality for a Bronze Age for the most part. Okay, so let's set up the random number generator for the giveaway. Like I said, you got about 30 seconds or so left. I appreciate all the super chats, guys. That goes towards all my subscription fees for things like Cover Price or StreamYard that I use for streaming, and CGC submission fees, that kind of stuff. It depends on the book, though. Yeah, people see 9.4 is very fine. That's true. Well, I mean, ultra modern, yeah. Like if this Hulk 3, if this came back in 9.4, I probably wouldn't be too happy about it. For sure. Depends though. Like if it was an Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.4 is pretty good grade. So it depends on how much the book's worth. But I get what you're saying. Let me share this. Share Chrome. All right, boom. Here we go, guys. So I saw figures, $2 super chat. I think it's up to 64. Something's killing children 1.9. Yeah, still good money. If you bought it at cover price, that would still be good money. But I mean, yeah, people have 9.8 goggles. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay. All right. So if you're the winner of the Super Chat prize, first of all, good luck, everybody. If you're the winner of the Super Chat prize, go ahead and hit me up through IG or email me. My email in the About section. It's just the bronzeagenerd@gmail.com. Now I'm going to have all the Russian porn bots sending me emails. But that's how you get a hold of me, to give me your address so I can get the book out to you. Weird. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit... Oh, yeah, you got to... Okay, DC, let's let DC get a super chat in here. These are the prizes you're going after, DC. Get it in quick. We're going to wait for him, guys. He's a good viewer. G.I. Joe 60. Pray for the Sinner, Kincaid cover. Venom, John Boy Myers. First Captain Krakoa. And Gun Honey 1 in 10, Sinkovich. So I'm going to wait for DC Irish's super chat to come through. And then we'll do the drawing. So yeah, just to recap, while we're winding down here, I really do appreciate everybody subbing recently. I appreciate everybody watching the videos. I'm going to continue to deliver that good content. If you want to talk to me about video ideas, I mentioned my Discord, the links in the description below. That's a great place to come talk to me. Also, I have 666 followers on Instagram. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever. That's kind of a weird number to have. But with 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, I should probably promote my Instagram a little bit more. I show off lots of cool comic books and stuff over there. If you want to go follow me on Instagram, I'm the Bronze Age Nerd on Instagram with underscores in between the words there. And that's a good place to follow me. And you can hit me up for video ideas or things that you want to see talked about or whatever. I respond to DMs and stuff on there. So still waiting for Irish's super chat here. If you're not gonna do one, let me know, because I don't want to make everybody else wait just in case. But I did want you to get a chance to get one in. And I appreciate all the super chats, guys. They really do help out the channel. So I appreciate all that large influx of viewers we've had and subscribers. That is crazy. So thanks so much for that. You can do it on your phone, right? See, my mouse is possessed, right? My mouse won't click every time. And it doesn't matter what mouse I use, it doesn't want to click every time. Any techno wizards out there that know why that might be, let me know. But I am the devil. Just let me know if you're not going to do it, and I'll run it. But if you want a chance to do it, go for it, man. You're saying you're on your phone now, so I thought you could still do it. By the way, guys, I didn't mention that DC Irish is a YouTuber as well. He has a cool channel that I recommend following. He's made some fun videos, kind of does a fun style. So I recommend checking him out. He was able to get a super chat in as well. But I like to recommend, kind of unconventional YouTubers, channels you may not have seen before. I think his channel is really fun. I'm enjoying watching. Another good one is Comic Journey. They have kind of a bit of a rivalry, so you might want to check those guys out together. Okay, let me add you in for the numbers you did here. Oh, you're good, man. So yeah, sorry everybody else had to wait, but I appreciate it. Okay, that's showing correctly. Okay, so 69. I think it's perfect because we finished on 69. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit generate 3 times. So that number 4 is going to change. So let's do 1, 2, and good luck to the winner of this week's Super Chat prize. It is number 28. Number 28 is... Ooh, interesting. This will be a fun one to send off. Let me remove that. Okay, show you guys who this is on my cheat sheet here. 28 was Decor Collectibles. You are the winner of the Super Chat prize. Yeah, you should have been on earlier. That's the rule. Sorry, DC Irish, but I do appreciate it, man. By the way, DC Irish has got a huge pack of comics for the giveaway I did, the hashtag Comic Karma giveaway, which is really awesome. I'm glad that I was able to send them some comic books. Hopefully you enjoyed some of those. That Black Cat especially. I like that cover. So anyways, Decor, congratulations on the win. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming and being part of the show. I really do appreciate that as well. Same things all apply. I've got discount codes and stuff if you want to save some money. Remember, I probably make something off of most of those. Not all of them, but some of them I do. So keep that in mind. If you do want to support the channel, that's a good way to do it. Another thing you could do is you could go to my Ko-fi. You can help support me there. You can either do a monthly donation. You can do a one-time donation. What I'd like to do eventually is upgrade my camera. I'm using a webcam. It is a 4K webcam. Doesn't look too great. I'd like to upgrade it. So that's kind of what some of that stuff's going for. If you're wondering, like, why is this guy asking for money? Well, this is kind of what I do for a living now, for the time being, at least. And that money does help go into supporting the channel and making better content for you guys. Anyways, man, I hope everybody out there has a really great night. Thanks for being part of this show. If you're watching on the rewind, I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to remind you, until then, hey, 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 read comics every day. Have a good week, everybody. I'll catch you in the next episode, and yeah, see you later.